What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Saturday, March 30th, 2024, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 22:18 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we currently have all of Ukraine under an air raid alert. Apparently, 10 Russian Tu 95 Bear bombers have released cruise missiles and they're heading for Ukraine right now. So, we're talking about dozens of cruise missiles. So, this is very, very serious. And it is Easter Sunday in Ukraine. So, interesting timing, and we currently have two U.S. nuclear war command and control planes in the air. We have one over Virginia and one over California, which is actually a lot for this late on a Saturday night and also right before Easter. So our nuclear forces are definitely concerned about something. And earlier this afternoon and this evening, we had three Boeing E-6B Mercuries in the air. These are the nuclear war command and control planes. So looks like Ukraine has a long night ahead of them. I will update you guys tomorrow about the aftermath of this strike after I get home from church and I have some brunch with my family. And Ukraine is continuing to build fortifications. What you're looking at here is a picture of a defensive line that was built in the Kyiv Oblast. They've already built defensive lines around Dnipropetrovsk and around Odessa, and now they're building them around Kyiv. So what does this tell you guys? Okay, Russia is planning a massive offensive. The mainstream media and the Western elites don't want you to know that, but Ukraine knows it. That's why they're preparing. That's why they're putting all these fortifications around Kiev, the capital, or Kyiv, and Odessa and Dnipropetrovsk. Okay, they're expecting Russia to break through the lines and advance all the way west to the Dnieper River and maybe even cross it. So this is very, very concerning, and it's just giving us a clue as to what to expect this coming summer when Russia launches this offensive. Okay, if Ukraine wasn't concerned about their cities, their main cities like Odessa, Kyiv, and Dnipro, they wouldn't be fortifying them. They would be fortifying closer to where the front lines are. Okay, so this is very concerning, guys. I'm telling you, Russia has a trick up their sleeve. I think that what's going to happen is Belarus is going to attack Lithuania. Putin is going to use Belarus to attack Lithuania and open up a front over there for NATO and basically create a big distraction. And while NATO is focusing on that in Lithuania and Suwalki corridor, then Putin is going to move his army into Ukraine and they're going to try to go for Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, and Kyiv, the capital. Okay, so 10,000 dragon's teeth have been placed around Kyiv, and they've already put like 50,000 around Dnipropetrovsk and anti-tank ditches and razor wire and mines. And I showed some pictures of that in my update earlier today. So if you want to go back and watch that update, I shared a picture and described in more detail. But around Dnipropetrovsk, they've already put like 50,000 dragon teeth and anti-tank ditches, which are just literally like a 6-foot wide by 6-foot deep trench. And it's just difficult for a tank to cross that kind of a trench. They end up getting stuck. So you need special excavators, armored excavators to come in and clear a path. So it slows down the advance. It doesn't stop it entirely. It's not meant to. It's meant to slow down the advance. Okay. So this is very, very concerning. Also around Odessa, they've put thousands and thousands of these dragon's teeth and ditches and all kinds of stuff. And then up by Belarus, they've created massive fortifications along the entire border with Belarus. So Ruslan Kravchenko, the chairman of the Kyiv Oblast State Administration, wrote on Facebook, the Kyiv Oblast continues to increase its efforts in constructing fortifications. The fortifications that we are building provide an extensive system of trenches, dugouts, and other types of shelters. We install barrier lines, dragon's teeth, anti-tank ditches, and other non-explosive barriers. Almost 10,000 concrete pyramids have been installed and an anti-tank ditch has been equipped. We do nonstop work for a single day. All necessary materials and equipment are available. So they're working round the clock. They're panicking basically and trying to get these fortifications up. Okay. And Syria and Hezbollah sources are claiming that the Israeli Defense Force has begun the removal of several minefields in the northern Golan Heights, which would be a possible attempt to avoid a direct offensive against Hezbollah into southern Lebanon and instead bypass Hezbollah by going into the central part of Lebanon. So this is interesting. Maybe Israel is going to go right for Beirut. This update was sponsored by Patriot Supply. Guys, Patriot Supply has brought back their 25% discount on their 3-month emergency food supply. And to get the discount, you got to use the link preparewithNYPrepper.com. And the link is in the description below this video. But this 3-month emergency food supply has a 25-year shelf life. It includes over 2,000 calories per day, breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks, all contained within 6 rugged, water-resistant buckets, and free shipping is included. So use the link preparewithNYPrepper.com to get $200 off or 25% off of the Patriot Supply 3-month emergency food supply. The link is in the description below this video. Free shipping is included. They also have a general store where they sell all kinds of prepping and survival products, and they're always running various discounts. And to get to their general store, you just got to click on the Patriot Supply logo when you get to preparewithNYPrepper.com at the top of the page, and you'll see their general store where they sell all kinds of prepping and survival products, and they're always running discounts here. So use the link preparewithNYPrepper.com to get 25% off of the Patriot Supply 3-month emergency food supply, and the link is in the description below this video. And in the past few days, Hezbollah has been practicing evacuating their senior members out of Beirut, and they've also practiced moving their heavy equipment on the outskirts of the city. So it's possible that Israel may just go for the head of the snake and go right into Beirut and try to topple the leadership of Hezbollah rather than fighting them head on. And France remains open to all possibilities, maintaining a steadfast stance in helping Ukraine achieve victory, according to the head of the French National Assembly at a press conference in Odessa. The deployment of military personnel in support of Ukraine is not excluded. So France reiterating again that all possibilities are on the table, including sending troops into Ukraine. Okay, and I think we're going to see it if Russia makes a breakthrough and they go for Odessa or they go for Kyiv. France is going to put troops there to try to stop Russia from taking one or both of those cities, because if Russia takes one or both of those cities, Ukraine is basically done for, okay? And Russian President Vladimir Putin's friend Viktor Medvedchuk recently predicted that a nuclear strike will most likely be coming in Ukraine. Wow. And the head of Ukraine's military intelligence, Kirill Budanov, said he knows of at least 3 body doubles that are used by Putin. And Russian missile strikes destroyed one of the largest thermal power plants in Kharkiv Oblast on March 22nd at the Zmivska thermal power plant. And Ukrainian energy company DTEK told Washington Post that Russian missiles are increasingly penetrating Ukrainian airspace. So Ukraine is running out of air defenses, okay? And now Russia's hitting them hard with these strikes every other day. We had another ship collide with a bridge here in the United States. And what you're looking at here is video footage coming from US Route 59. This is the Arkansas River Bridge in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. And this barge collided with the bridge support, okay, on the river. So I don't know what's going on, guys, but to have another one of these collisions just 2 days after the other one is pretty suspicious. So wanted to just share that with you. And here's a picture of the damage that was done to the bridge supports. Looks like the supports survived. Looks like mostly just surface damage, but basically collided right with the supports here. And here's a picture of the barge after it collided. You can see massive damage done to the barge. And Lithuania summoned the Belarusian ambassador because of the president of Belarus, Lukashenko's statements about the Suwalki Gap a few days ago when he went to the border with Lithuania and met with his commander and told his commander that he's got to go into the Baltics and the Suwalki Gap. And Israeli aviation has been bombarding the Yarmouk Basin in the western countryside of the Daraa Governorate in Syria. So more strikes in Syria today. And an Israeli fighter jet intercepted a suspicious air target flying from Syria towards Israeli airspace this evening. And Washington confirmed that it will not accept large numbers of deaths in a possible operation in Rafah. They proposed using precision strikes and establishing a joint command center. And the UN Secretary General said the possibility of an Israeli campaign into Lebanon is an issue of grave concern. He stressed the necessity of ensuring the safety and security of peacekeeping forces in southern Lebanon. So the UN is concerned about Israel going into Lebanon now after they're done with Rafah, which is coming, guys. And CERN is going to be testing their Hadron Collider, the most powerful particle accelerator in the world, during the solar eclipse in just a few days on the 8th of April. They want to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. That's pretty interesting. It sounds like they want to play God. And here we have a video showing Odessa going dark after Russian missile strikes earlier today. Not this current missile strike that's going on tonight, but earlier in the day, there was a missile strike, and you can see the city lost power, and there's massive power outages across Ukraine. This past week, Russia has been pounding Ukraine's power grid, so there's all kinds of power outages scattered throughout Ukraine. And here we have the flight path of a U.S. reconnaissance drone flying along the North Korean border with South Korea, patrolling the DMZ. So this is another area of the world that we have to keep an eye on. But that's the latest breaking news that I have. I might be back tomorrow with an update on this missile strike and other breaking news. It is Easter Sunday, but I might have a little bit of time to release a quick update after church. So I wish you and yours a very happy Easter, Resurrection Sunday. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. And until next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere. Guys, the world is getting crazier by the day. We're on the verge of World War III. The U.S. is drowning in trillions of dollars in debt. Inflation is at an all-time high, and there's no end in sight. So you need to prepare your finances for the future with precious metals. Precious metals are a great way to protect your hard-earned savings and retirement against inflation and the uncertainty of the stock market. Also, precious metals are good to have for the purposes of preparedness, to be able to barter with people for essential supplies if the grid goes down. Every prepper should have at least a small amount of silver coins. The company I trust for my precious metals is Midas Gold Group. Text NYPrepper to 232-425 for free information on precious metals. Midas Gold Group is 100% veteran owned and supports veterans through the Wounded Warrior Project. Midas Gold Group will work with you to convert part of your retirement savings into gold or to set up a gold IRA. And unlike many precious metals dealers, Midas Gold Group offers precious metals in small denominations, which is great for preparedness, so you have something tangible to use for bartering when the grid goes down. Precious metals have continuously risen in price over the past 100 years and are considered a safe investment. So text NYPrepper to 232-425 for free information and to get started today.